Hey there, it's me, Sapphire Moonbeam, and I'm going to start the reading today with one of the cards from my Oracle card deck. Over several years I painted each card, and I also wrote a guidebook with card descriptions and affirmations. And we're just going to get one card to kind of set the tone for the reading, kind of have a nice tie-in message, and see how it influences everything. So the card is Radiate Love. And if you're interested in finding out more about my deck, you can go to moonbeammagickdeck.com. The Radiate Love card, the description is, love is what we are. Love is all around us. When you live your life with an open heart and radiate love energy, your relationships improve. The love you put into this life is what you will get out of it. Do not hold back. Live your life with your heart wide open. Radiate love. The affirmation is, I will live my life with an open heart. I will radiate love. So we'll put that right there. And then now we're going to pick some Lenormand cards. We'll start with the Pagan Lenormand deck. And this is just a general reading. If the messages here resonate with you, fantastic. If something does not resonate, don't try to make it fit. Just leave it behind. Okay, the first card is the Moon. The second card is the Sun. And that one jumped out. The third card is the Child. I'm going to pick a few more so we can get a story forming here. That one just popped out too. You know, this one started to come out of the other deck when I put it aside. It's the Scythe card. So that message definitely needed to come. Then we have the Rider. And let's get one more for now. Whew. And that one just jumped right out as well. It's another version of the Sun card, just like the Sun card here. So the Moon has more than one type of meaning. The Moon can be all about love and romance. The Moon can be about intuition, wisdom, guidance. It's also about some sort of recognition, possibly even fame coming your way. The people on the beach are honoring the Moon. The Moon represents the divine. They are celebrating together. They are honoring and worshiping and thanking the divine for the blessings in their life on the full moon night. The water is tranquil. The water looks peaceful, and they are connecting with the earth energy there at the beach. That's a beautiful, beautiful card. The Sun. The Sun card is all about victory and success, and it's also about achievements. It's a very hopeful, bright card. You can see the four people there represented by the colors of earth, fire, water, and air. They are honoring the Sun. It's another honoring of the divine. The Sun represents abundance and harvest and things coming to fruition and things happening. The next card is the number 13, and it's the Child. And the Child shows a young child outside playing in a field with some wildflowers and exploring. This talks about something new. It's an omen that's about happiness on the way. It can represent something small. It could represent family. It could also represent the need to be childlike again and to be more mindful and grateful for the small things and the little things in your life. So the number 10 card at the bottom left is the Scythe. And this indicates a sudden change. Something is being severed when this card appears. The Scythe quickly cuts the harvest and makes way for new growth. I believe that this has something to do with a sudden change involving possibly, it could be a business involving some recognition and fame and success, but it also could be a sudden change in some type of a relationship. The number 1 card is the bottom middle, and it's the Rider. The Rider is a swift bringer of news. It can represent a man or you if you're a male, but this is a swift, sudden change of news riding in. It's normally, and in this instance, I believe it's good news. It's sudden news. It's very good news because the Sun card is all about victory and success and happiness. Something that you've been waiting to hear about. Something that's very positive. Something that brings cheerfulness and is a significant achievement. Abundance. Let's pull a few more cards to see what other type of message we can get here. So far it looks pretty darn good. These are great messages coming in. I mean, sometimes the Scythe can be seen as negative, but with the cards around it, I'm choosing to see it in a very optimistic manner. There's a lot of divinity, there's a lot of divine energy. Okay. The sudden change is involving a man, whether it's you or a man that is in your life. Let's see what he's focusing on. Okay, there's the moon again. Let me just look at the moon description for this deck just to make sure I haven't missed anything. Yeah, the moon is about love and romance, intuition, psychic abilities. It could be that someone is being admired. It does bring fame and bring honors. Love and romance for sure, involving a man. Being admired and having the ability for great imagination and creativity. A new phase perhaps, because in this rendition of the moon, in that circle section there are different phases of the moon. So there's very, very possibly a new beginning that's going to be very successful with the Sun on here twice and love and romance. And the Rider card is bringing news. And there's a radiant heart there. A really beautiful radiant heart filled with hope. Let's get one more card for this section of the reading. Okay, the Bridge. So the Bridge card, of course, is about spanning a distance, and it's a connection to people, places, or even points in time. It can shorten the space that separates people, and it can help bring them together. It's another way of overcoming an obstacle, because there's two rocky spots here on each side. The bridge it's bridging the gap, literally. It's opening up new opportunities. I'm going to pull just a few more cards from my, and this one is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. This deck right here is the Healing Light Lenormand. And now we have the Cartomancy Poker deck. And it's based on a regular deck of playing cards. And it has really interesting imagery. If you haven't watched my videos before, it really puts an interesting spin on the readings because the subject matter and the messages are a bit different. Okay, so there's the man again. There's very strong masculine energy in this reading for the man to come twice, for the sun to come twice, and the moon to come twice. There's a definite strong masculine energy here, and it's like the divine, the guides, the angels, they want you to realize that there's a big something new coming. There's news. And with 3 cards, well, okay. Now the moon and the sun are on here twice, with 2 cards that are on here twice. That's pretty incredible. That's the Psyche card, and let's pull the last one out of this deck. Okay. So as I said, there's a definitely strong masculine energies since there's 2 men right here. It's love and romance. And there's going to be a sudden, swift change. The 9 of Clubs is a card called Psyche. It's the beginning and end of all knowledge about human experience. It's maintaining a balance between opposing qualities. And it's a card representing hope. So whatever is coming in new from the writer, it may very well be something that you've been hoping to hear about regarding love or some type of relationship. This Ace of Spades is the card called Thinking. And it's described as using thought or rational judgment, trusting your ideas, and planning ahead. There is a bird up in the tree. The birds always represent communication that's on the way. It's interesting that the Angel Boy card here, since he is having to plan ahead, he's got a watch there with him. It's not really a stopwatch, it's one of those old-fashioned pocket watches. He's planning ahead, he's thinking ahead. There is success on the way with the sun there. I'm going to pull one more card. I want to see... Oop, just fell right out. Okay, so he's looking in the direction of the number 3. It's the 3 of Spades. And so the planning ahead and the thinking is regarding travel. And this card is literally about broadening your horizons. It's about a journey. It's about successful commerce. And as I said before, the birds are about communication. And as we can see in this card, there are 2 birds. And they're both flying. And there's that really cool looking old-fashioned airplane contraption of some sort. So there is love and romance on the way. It will be successful. There will be a sudden change. There's going to be news coming in. There's a need to stay balanced with the news. There's a need to use your thoughts and try to stay as logical as possible while still planning ahead, bridging the gap between people and situations, and planning ahead, broadening horizons, and traveling in the future. All of this happens when you radiate more love, when you keep love at the base of all of your decisions. So I want to thank you for joining me again. I hope that there were some messages here that spoke to you. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, and have a really wonderful night.